Adam Bander, also with Road Ready. And today, for our third session of Road Ready, we're going to talk about the installation app. The installation app is a fantastic tool to use. It's quick, it's easy, and it takes the equipment you have and pairs it to the trailer that you've installed it on. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get started. At the end of this, sometime later today or by Monday, our team will send out a full documentation in a PDF form of how to use this step-by-step with pictures and directions on how to use the app. So this is just a great way to kind of kick it off and show you in a video, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing you're going to need to do is with your iPhone, iPad, or iPod, doesn't matter which, any Apple device, you're going to go into the App Store. And once into the App Store, you will do a search. And we always do our search by Road Ready, one word, Road Ready. And then if you need to put in installation, you can, but usually it comes up pretty quick. It's a commonly used app by our customers, so searching it usually shows it right away. So Road Ready installations, this is what you'd see by doing a search. Obviously, I have it on my phone, so it says open since I already had it installed. But you would just click on Get, and you would go ahead and you would download it. It's obviously free. It's for users of the Road Ready system. Once you have it, then you have to have a login. The login is actually sent to you anytime you sign up. Any customer that we get, they get a login and user ID for the user interface, and you also get a login and user ID for the app. Anytime you have any questions on it or don't get that user ID and want to use the app, you would obviously just get a hold of Adam or I, and you can always get a hold of us at tech support at roadreadysystem.com. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first page, once you open the app, the first page you're going to see is the login page. So the login page basically is your user ID. So mine is L. Levan, and then my password. Obviously, if you forget your password, we have a link there that you can go ahead and use that to unlock your password. And then we just have some frequently asked questions within there to just kind of help you along the way. So after logging in, we'll go ahead and start my video here. You'll be greeted with this page, which is a quick install. So eventually down the road, we feel this app could be very useful for a lot of other pieces of Road Ready, but we started simple. And we started with the most important piece, which is installing your equipment to the trailer. So hence we kind of called it the quick install because it happens pretty quick and it gets done what you need to get done. So you're going to go ahead and click that button there, begin a quick install. Once you click that, you'll be greeted by the next page. Go back. What this is basically it will show you all of the installs. It keeps a running list. I had cleared mine out before we had gone into here and ran this video. But all the ones that you've done before are going to show there. You can clear it at any time. Basically, you'll see at the end, once you've synced the data, there's nothing more for you to do. It's just a nice list to show you the trailers that you've done and gone through in the system. So you click right up here to add new install. Once in, you have three options. So when you get your Road Ready kit, there's basically three main things. Well, there's lots of things in that kit, but there's three things that we can really search on. The first is the kit number. The kit number is on the outside of the box. Each kit comes in its own box presently, and what happens is on the outside there's a barcode. It's actually called the Aegis kit number. You can use that if you have the box. I prefer to use the MCU number. I think that's the easiest because you have it and it's right in your hands and you're getting ready to stick it on to the top of the trailer. So I use that and I'm going to show you that piece of it. And then there's always the service sticker. With each kit, each trailer gets a service sticker. This service sticker basically has the Road Ready logo on it. And it has a barcode, a QR barcode that looks somewhat like this. And it's at the bottom. You can scan that as well. Each of these does a search and pulls the kit out for you. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. So I would actually hit this barcode because I'm going to scan the barcode of the MCU number. I could manually enter it if I'd like to, but obviously I prefer to scan the barcode. That way I don't fat finger anything and mess it all up, because I have a tendency to do that. So barcode scanner came up. You saw that quick little, go back here. One of the things that it'll show you is it'll ask you to give access. So basically, if you haven't done this before, you have to do it once, but I just wanted to show you guys this. It's going to say, hey, can we use your camera? Any app's going to ask you the first time through if it can use your camera. So obviously here you would hit your OK button, and you come in. And so what I'm doing here, and you can see this white text down here. So it kind of tells you, please place the red line parallel to the barcode line. So there's some barcode readers out there that you put the red line through the barcode. We developed it in a way, the barcode reader that we use, you actually put it parallel with the lines in the barcode itself. So I paused it because it works really fast, and actually I'll go back and give you full speed of how quickly we read barcodes. So I'm going to go back through here. You guys can see this full speed. So again, I hit this barcode scanner here, pops up, asks me for my camera. I said, yep, you can use it. I put it down, and boom, it grabs my MCU number. So now you're good. MCU number is in. This is what you want. And now you do your search. And what it's doing is it's checking for all the components that go with that MCU. If it's an MCU-only kit, then you'd only have MCU. But if it's more than that, maybe you have our nice smart bridge, the cargo sensor, the door, all those pieces are going to show up in here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. In this particular kit, I have an MCU and I have a cargo sensor. So basically this is your confirmation page to make sure that this is indeed the kit that you're ready to do your install on. So it gives me my kit number, my MCU number, and then it gives me my cargo serial number. So all the sensors have serial numbers on them as well. So I'm going to go through, I kind of scanned through this a couple times. I verify that that's really what I have and what I want to do the install of. I go ahead and I hit OK. So once I've hit OK, I've verified that that is indeed the kit that I want to install. I now do the next part, which is adding in the trailer information. So same thing here. I'm going to enter in some data. So I'm going to say my trailer name. I'm going to enter that, and then I'm going to go ahead and enter my trailer VIN. Now, to make it easier, we've given barcode scanners. Sometimes with the name and definitely with the trailer VIN, you can actually scan a barcode, especially with the VIN. I think that's really important to not have to manually enter a VIN. That's a long number and very easily fat-fingered. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and you'll see me enter the data. So I name my trailer. And then I go down and I begin to enter my VIN. Again, barcode scanner on here, super easy to use. You just put the red line parallel, and you can go ahead and scan that trailer VIN right in. I entered it because I didn't have a trailer hanging out at my desk that day, so I had to manually do it. So we go in. The next piece of this, so I've done that part. We give the option to take pictures of the install. Maybe you want to take pictures of putting the MCU down, the cargo sensor. It's not a mandatory field. It's not a mandatory thing, but it gives you that option if you want to. So through here, you're going to see me take some pictures of the MCU I was using. I think I screwed up the first one, and then kind of went back. I just wanted to show you how it works. So I canceled out of there, took another one, and you can see down here on the bottom after I take the picture, I have an OK. I hit that OK, and now that picture is going to be stored with my install. So I'll have the pictures of the install if I want them. If you don't, obviously you just keep going. So at this point, I go ahead and I hit Start Installation. You'll hear a series of beeps, and you'll see some commands that will come up. What this is doing right now is it's telling you, it's checking everything. Is the MCU active? Has the MCU come online? Has the cargo sensor come online? Because the last thing you want to do is put down an MCU and a cargo sensor that don't communicate with each other. That'd be a bad thing, because then you'll be taking it off soon. So these green checks are checks that tell you it's good to go, meaning the MCU is online. You can see right down here on the bottom, cargo came online, and it's telling you that you could take a photo of that cargo sensor if you want to. So same thing, take pictures if you need to. Green checks are good, red checks are bad. Red X's, I guess I should say, are bad. So now what we do, underneath, I just hit this little arrow, and what came down were all the activities that you need to do. Just, gives you a step-by-step and just some quick words of how to actually adhere in MCU. This is just for quick reference. Again, it's a quick install. You're good at this. You've done this before. If you want in-depth documentation, we'll show you here in a minute, but that documentation resides on the UI, and it'll take you through step-by-step with pictures, how to put down an MCU. But for now, we're going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to toggle through that I did. I hit all these buttons. I did prepare the mounting surface. I removed the protective backing. I applied the MCU, and so on. Same thing with the cargo. I'm going to make sure I've done all these things. And then from there, I hit save. And then from there, I hit close. And as you can see, save, it says save successfully underneath this area here. You can see that. And then I hit close. And I'll stop this right now. So right now what it's doing is it's syncing the data. So it's taking the data, everything you just entered, that MCU, that cargo sensor, and saying, hey, that is now associated to trailer testing app with this VIN number, and sending it to the UI. So go ahead and play through this. And you get your success, and you're done. It kicks you out. And if you remember before, I didn't have anything here, and now I have this trailer that I installed on 822. So now if I go in, under the TruckLight fleet, which is our fleet here at TruckLight, you can see right here is my trailer, the testing app. So one of the things I just wanted to show you, what we're actually doing here is this app takes away the cumbersome activity of coming into the UI and going through basically installing in here. So what we do is we put the MCU and we put the cargo sensor in, and we associate it to a trailer. Take something that maybe could take 10 to 15 minutes on the UI, doing some data entry with obviously the negative part of it that you could fat finger, you could put in some bad data, and we created the app to kind of take that away, give you the barcode scanners, allow you to quickly and easily, right in the field. You don't have to have a computer in front of you. You just need your phone or your iPad, and you can do an install. So with that, what I don't do enough of, I'm going to take a breath and see if there's any questions. I don't know if you have any questions, you can put them right in the chat portion of this, and Adam can take us through any questions that you guys might have. Again, it's an Apple product. We are actually working to get this to be a product that is not just Apple-centric. We started there. And we're hopefully getting to some Android devices and others at some point here soon. But for now, it is an Apple product. Come back out. Perfect. Any other questions, maybe not associated to the app, any questions you might have that you have currently going on with the Road Ready system? Pause for a second and see if you have any of those questions. Well, perfect. With that, I think we are good to go. Installation app, please, if you haven't used it, consider using it in your next installation. Definitely makes things a lot easier and kind of makes you cruise through a little bit more. Anytime you have any questions, any concerns, need help anytime, tech support at roadreadysystem.com. Adam and I and Steve will do our best to take care of those concerns and those questions for you. Until then, enjoy your Road Ready product and have a great weekend. Thanks.